All right. Well, hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest here, welcoming you back to Before the Four. Of course, you know the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I say it every single day, wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your Wednesday afternoon here. Now let's jump into some of the day's top stories and let's start things out. First, schools in Madison County are moving to e-learning this Friday due to widespread illness across the schools. Now, an e-learning day allows time for students and staff to recover from illness and additional facility sanitation at those schools to slow the spread of illness. Students and staff will return to the classroom on Tuesday following President's Day on Monday. And now one is dead and another is injured after a double stabbing at a Huntsville apartment complex last night. Now, Don Webster with Hemsey says the stabbing happened at the Beacon Apartments on Bonnell Drive just after 7 p.m. When officers arrived, they located two adult men with stab injuries. Both were taken to Huntsville Hospital for treatment. One was listed in serious condition while the other in critical condition. Now, Huntsville police says despite life-saving efforts, 51-year-old Roderick Carson later died from his injuries at the hospital. The second man remains in stable condition and is receiving treatment. And of course, 48's Faith Delp will have the latest on this situation coming up in our evening newscast, so make sure to stick around. But now let's talk about the weather. Feeling nice outside now that the rain has gone away here across the Tennessee Valley. But let's turn it over to 48 First Alert First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis for the latest in the weather. Brad?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. The rain is gone. It's going to be chilly out there tonight. You'll need a jacket. Lows will get close to freezing, but I think most areas stay just above freezing. We'll likely have a frost, though. 62 in the Shoals here. What a rebound after this morning's rainfall. Here's your Thursday forecast. Again, starting off in the low to mid-30s, up to 59 at 3. I think we hit the low 60s in a few spots. Northerly wind, so it's still reinforcing the cooler air. We'll finally get that south wind as we get into your Friday. Here's your weekend forecast. Saturday, Valentine's Day. The later your plans are, the more likely they'll be dry. We're still working on the timing. If anything, it's about 6 hours later in Saturday than yesterday's model guidance. So that can change. We'll continue to monitor it. Sunday, early in the day, widespread rain. Here's that weekend forecast. Saturday, 9 a.m., some drizzle or light rain showers over the northwest corner of the state, but we still warm up. Look at Starkville, 74 degrees there, also down towards Montgomery. The warm front continues to slowly lift to the north, but I think we have more of an east wind around here, and that's likely going to keep us stable, and that means no threat for severe weather. So we'll continue to monitor that as well. But heavy rainfall into Sunday morning, and then by Sunday afternoon, that area low pressure and the storm system moves out. But it's a first alert weather day for 1 to 3 inches of rain and the impact from that for Saturday into Sunday morning. We're looking at really nice weather next week, a stretch of mid-70s, a good possibility Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. And hopefully we don't have to pay for that with severe weather on the end, because we all know this time of year we are still going to cool down.
All right. And also, don't y'all forget, First Alert Weather Extra is tonight at 9:30. You can watch it wherever you're watching Facebook right now. I apologize for the delay. We're experiencing a bit of technical difficulties here in our streaming center, but we're still live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. We're working to resolve these issues, but First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, he'll be back here in the streaming center tonight at 9:30, and he'll go through the radar, have all the latest and the weather coming up as we move closer to the weekend. We are expecting rain here in the area moving in on Saturday, but Brad will have the latest coming up. But with that, we're going to head to break, but coming up, a few stories in case you missed them. A group in Huntsville is calling for justice after a video showed a suspect being beaten by officers during his arrest. And taking a look at black art here in Huntsville this Black History Month. It's all ahead. We'll go through it all in 1 minute. All right, break time over, y'all. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Before the Four. Now, a group in Huntsville is calling for justice after a viral video showed a man getting beaten by police officers last month. Will Eldridge with the latest.
London Harkey joined those calling for justice at today's courthouse rally, and although he was advised not to speak publicly, several others did on his behalf, including Harkey's own father.
Let us come together as one to stop police brutality, because one day it could be one of your loved ones that could be the brunt of police brutality. Rather, let us join alliances and allow us to be our rallying cry by seeking justice, transparency, and accountability.
The call for justice comes after Huntsville police confirmed they are reviewing a use of force incident involving one of their officers. The encounter started with a traffic stop that led to a pursuit and crash near Jordan Lane. Police say Harkey then ran from the vehicle before being taken into custody, during which force was used. At the rally outside the Madison County Courthouse, the NAACP and the Harkey family questioned how the arrest was handled and called for accountability. Harkey's family is now calling for the officer involved to be terminated.
Justice must be served, because the main officer of interest and other officers who participated in this senseless and excessive use of force must be terminated, and others must be retrained and reaffirm their oath. Thank you.
HPD tells us the officer involved has been put on administrative duty while they conduct their own internal review. We reached out to them for comment on this, but they say they cannot comment on their ongoing investigation. Reporting in Huntsville, Will Eldridge, 48 on your side.
And now, this Black History Month, a committee at the Huntsville Museum of Art is working to expand recognition of black artists. But it's not only during the month of February. Claudia Peppenhorse has the story.
The Patrons of Black Artists Committee at the Huntsville Museum of Art has a big goal: creating a lasting legacy for black artists in our community.
This committee is a group of individuals that are devoted to the expansion of artwork of black artists here at the museum.
Teresa Foley-Batts, who is a member of the committee, says the concept is pretty new. They just started last year, but the idea for their work was originally born from the Black History Month committee.
Our focus is a little bit different because we're not just focusing on Black History Month. We are looking to expand it throughout the year.
Now, the Black History Month committee, which has since been dissolved, has turned into the Patrons of Black Artists Committee, because black art deserves to be celebrated year-round, not just 1 month.
Us being able to acquire artwork from black artists, that is going to be legacy. You know, it's not just going to be, hey, 1 month we bring it in, we take it out. We will have a permanent collection.
The artwork you've seen so far was acquired before the committee was established. Now, Natalie Maltmead, the chief curator at the Huntsville Museum of Art, says the Patrons of Black Artists Committee has not even been established a year, and they've already made their first acquisition of Black art for the permanent collection thanks to lots of fundraising.
The first major initiative that the Patrons of Black Artists did was to help us acquire this work by Dr. Fahamu Pakum.
The acrylic painting will make its debut at the Huntsville Museum of Art in 2027. Now, the committee is working towards finding their next acquisition for the permanent collection.
It is definitely an honor to be part of this committee, to do something that is going to have a lasting effect.
In Huntsville, Claudia Pappenhorst, 48 on your side.
And now let's go into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. A mother is speaking out after a teen was killed in a police chase in Hartselle last year. The city of Madison backing out of a lawsuit against the Simplified Seller's Use Act. Nick Ballinger will have those details coming up. And finally, the latest on the ongoing legal battle regarding the Oakwood boys basketball team. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast. And y'all, that is all for the live stream today. I actually have to get ready for an interview coming up at 4. So we're going to cut today's Before the 4 a little bit short. No Facebook fun today, but as always, I hope you all have a great night tonight. Enjoy our evening newscast. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.